Hello and welcome to another ICT lesson. Today we want to look at three most important functions. We have the if function here, and I have the SUMIF function, and the COUNTIF function. These functions are very helpful, especially if you want to analyze a huge amount of data where different values which you want to deal with are mixed up with others which you don't need. And in that case, if you want to analyze such data, it will force you to sort all the data, group them, then analyze them. But there are some situations where we are not supposed to sort or to regroup data. We are supposed to analyze that data the way it is. And in such situations, we use these three functions. I will start with the if function. This function has three parameters in it: the first, second, and the third. The first parameter, it is used for logical test, where we test if a value is greater or equal to or less than, and it will give either a true answer or a false answer. In case we tested and we realize that the testing is true, then the value written in the middle here in quotes will be shown. And in case the testing is false, the value in this third parameter will be shown. I will just show you very fast how we can do it in MS Excel. I have some data from a certain farm or plantation, and here I have the different produce which are we have in the farm. So these are the only four types of produce which we are producing in the farm. We have coffee, tea, flour, and food crops. Here we have quantities which were produced from different farms. Like when we say coffee from farm B, we produce 34,500. Then you can also see we have coffee from farm A, which was 24,600, and we have coffee from farm C, which is 23,700. Now, what if we want to analyze these values and we are deciding on a criteria? We can just say here, we can use 20,000 as a limit for us to check. We wanted to check here if a value here is 20,000 or above, we should insert the word good. And if a value is less than 20,000, it should insert the word bad. Now, in that case, we will go ahead here and apply the if function. We will start with equal sign, then the word if, then you just double click it from this, then you start your logical test here. So I will pick the value, then it will write for me the name of the cell and test it greater or equal to 20,000. This is the logical test. Then I will put a comma. So if what is in D4 is greater or equal to 20,000, it should write the word good. Which is the middle parameter. But if it is not, then the test will be false, and in that case it will write what is on the third parameter, which is bad. Then after putting the last bracket, I can press enter on the keyboard like that. I can also test this one. Can you check using if? If what is in this cell D5 is greater or equal to 20,000. If it is true, then write the word good in quotes, then comma. If it is not true, then write the word bad and close the bracket. And you can see indeed here 18,500 is less than 20,000 and it has written bad, and 34,500 is greater than 20,000 and it has written good. Now we can replicate this function to other cells by just clicking the one cell with the answer, then you grab the formula handle and you just drag it down, then it will apply for you everything. That is what we call if function in MS Excel. And this one which we want to look at now is called the SUMIF function. And with the SUMIF, there are two things which are happening here. We are adding values which meet a certain condition. If they don't meet that condition, we skip them, we don't put them in the totaling. So this SUMIF function has three parameters: the first one, the second one, and the third one. Now, what we are saying simply here is what we are searching is called criteria, and this criteria is what we want to add its values. For example, if I'm looking for boys only, I want to add marks for boys only in a list of marks, then it will mean I will search for the boy, because the boy is now a criteria. I will search for the boy from a group of cells which has both boys and girls. Then when I get a boy, I will go to the column for the marks and pick the marks of each boy and add them. I will go ahead and show you with the example in Excel. Now in this example of farm production, you can see here we have different produce from different farms with the amount produced. Now what if I'm interested to know the total for the coffee, tea, flowers, and crops from this amount column? So it will mean I will use SUMIF, and the computer will be checking. For example, if I want total for the coffee, it will be checking, is this coffee? Then it will pick the value. Going to flowers, it will not pick because flowers is not coffee. Going to food crop, it will not pick. Upon reaching here, it will see it is coffee. It will pick this one and add it to the previous one. Go down the list like that. When it gets coffee again, it will just pick that value plus the other previous one. Finally, it will do sum, but with the condition it was checking if it meets the criteria or not. So this is how we apply the if function. Start with the equal sign. Just write the word SUMIF and then double click it. Now you can see the three parameters are suggested here. The first one is the range, where you want to search this criteria. And in this case, criteria is the coffee. What we are searching right now is the coffee. So we are going to search the word coffee from a certain range of cells. So the first part, give it the range of cells to search from. So search coffee from here to here. That is from B4 to B15. Then separate the first parameter with a comma. Then you can see the third part is highlighted. What are we searching from B4 to B15? Can you search for coffee? So I will write the criteria coffee. Then I will separate with a comma again. Then give me the range of cells where I will pick the values to sum. Pick the values to sum from here to here. That is from D4 to D15. Then you will close the function with a bracket, then press enter. And indeed it is true. If I pick the value for coffee here, plus another value for coffee here, plus another value for coffee here, I will get 82,800. I can confirm that. You can just do equal sign, click this one for coffee, plus another one for coffee, plus another one for coffee, and you can see it is 82,800. So that function is correct. So I will quickly do the same function for the t, equal sign SUMIF. Pick the name of t from here to here, comma, write what you are searching. I'm searching for t. Put a comma. Pick the values corresponding to t from here to here. Then you close bracket and press enter. Same for the flower, equal SUMIF, double click SUMIF, give the range where to choose from, comma, give what is to be picked or to be searched, it is flowers, then close quotes, comma, where do I get values to add? From here to here, only the ones corresponding to flowers, enter. For the food crop, SUMIF, double click, check the flower food crops from here to here, and you will be checking the word food crops and close the quote, comma. We have to pick values for the food crops from here to here and close the bracket. We can apply the same for the farms. We have only 3 farms, but they produce different produce. So what we want to know the total amount of kilograms produced in farm A only or farm B. And you can see the list here has different quantities distributed with a lot of repeating farm names. So we want to group them such that we have total for farm A, B, and C. We can as well use SUMIF. And in this case, we'll just put equal sign SUMIF, double click. The first part is range. Where do I search for farm A? Search it from here to here. What do I actually search? In quotes, put farm A, of course. And where should I total? Total from this, which corresponds to farm A. Close the bracket, enter. So I can do for farm B very fast. SUMIF, double click. Where do I search for farm B? Search it from here to here. Put a comma. Search B, comma. And where do I get values to add for B? Get it from here to here. Close bracket and press enter. Can do that for C also. SUMIF. And get farm C from here to here and search for C and pick its corresponding value from here to here, that is from D4 to D15. Close the bracket and press enter. So that is how we apply the SUMIF function. It is different from the sum. The sum function is simple. For example, if I want to add all this without choosing and leaving other things, I just use the sum function, just equal sign sum, double click sum, and select all of them like this, close the bracket and press enter. The COUNTIF function is very simple. It has only two parameters. The first is what you want to search and count. Then the other part is where you are searching the criteria. Okay, so what do I mean? Can you search for this thing here from this group of cells? And it is not difficult. And when you get them, you just count them. I got 1, 2, 3, like that. I will go ahead in Excel and show that. So here in this column, we have good and bad grades or performance indicators. Now we want to count the number of goods and number of bads using the COUNTIF. So I will just come here, equal sign, write COUNTIF, and choose this COUNTIF, double click it. Then you can see it has two parameters. Now the first question will be, where should I pick the word goods and count them? Pick them from here to here. Okay, then comma. What should I pick from that range of cell? Look for the word good and count them. Then press enter. So you can see it has counted here that we have 8 goods. So I can just come here and count them myself. I can just apply green color. This is the first one. These are 4 plus this is 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it is true. We have 8 goods. And how many birds? There are 1, 2, 3, 4. So I expect it to give me 4. I'll just put equal sign, count if, double click. You can see it has 2 parameters. Which range of cells to see, check and count? Give it the range of cells from there to there. That is E4 to E15. Put a comma. What should I check and count? You check for bird. So I'll put the word bird in quotes like that and close the bracket and press enter. And indeed there are 4 bird indicators. And that is how we do SUMIF and COUNTIF, as well as if functions in MS Excel. Thanks for participating. See you next time. Bye bye.